Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Ida. Welcome back to my channel. So today this video is going to be all the things that I wish I knew before I went natural. So first things first, nobody ever told me that after being natural for so long, you're still going to not have perfect hair days. Not everything looks as perfect as it may seem on YouTube. A lot of the YouTubers, of course, when they're about to go on camera, they make sure that their hair is looking good and it just seems so effortless and flawless. Like, to be honest, even if you perfect a twist out, even if you use the exact same technique with the exact same products, sometimes it really just does not come out as good. I wish I knew how much effort and work and trial and error it would take to really perfect the style, and then just like how unreliable it could still be after you feel like you've had it down packed. I wish that I knew how time consuming and high maintenance it could be to have natural hair. But when I first started, my whole life was revolved around my hair, which was crazy. And in the beginning, I didn't really mind it too much because I was just so determined to figure out my hair and how to take care of it. But then once I finally started to get it down packed a little bit, I was like, wow, is this how it's gonna always be? Like, is my whole weekend gonna be wash day and then all week I'm trying to get more moisture back into my hair? Anyways, coming from a really simple regimen, like basically having no regimen at all, to going to a natural hair regimen is completely different. And so it was very hard to get used to after a while because I started to get lazy and I started to stop deep conditioning treatments altogether. It did catch up to me. My hair started getting a lot more dry. So I realized, you know what? If I want to have natural, beautiful, healthy hair, I'm gonna have to put in the work, but just find smart ways to simplify it. Another thing is nobody told me how much products we'd be using and how expensive they would be, especially in the beginning, because you do turn into a product junkie in the beginning. In the beginning, you don't know what works for your hair, so you have to be buying different things to figure it out, right? So for me, I would go buy something, and if it didn't work, I'm kind of stuck with that product now. And so then you have to buy other products. And so you just end up with boxes of products, right? Not only do you have to actually get so much products, these conditioners are so small, and then your hair just needs so much of it. And then you have to moisturize your hair so often. So I just found that it just really added up. The products that actually did work really well for my hair were always the more expensive products, because it was either that or dry, unmanageable hair. I wish someone told me how hard it was to transition from relaxed hair to natural. I was doing braid outs, I was doing twist outs. Everything was going pretty good up until my actual natural hair was about this long. And all of a sudden my hair just was tangling like crazy. So they call it the demarcation line, where your relaxed hair and your natural hair meets. That line just kept on tangling like crazy. I'm telling you guys, I've never experienced anything like that before. So just one day I got so frustrated. Anyways, I started cutting it. I kind of wish that I just big chop from the beginning, to be honest, because dealing with the two textures for me was just way too much after a while, and it delayed me getting to know my natural hair. So I feel like if I did it right in the beginning, I would have got to the products and the regimen a lot faster. I wish I knew how important a diva cut was, or any type of curly cut for natural hair. It really transforms your hair. You might not even think your hair looks good until you actually get a shaped cut. It's unbelievable the way it transforms everything, your hair, the way you look. I started to love my hair so much more. The style started looking better. I started getting more volume at the top. It was so flat, you know? I definitely need to redo it. Look, if you guys can see, it's very thin at the ends because the way it's cut here, and this bottom part always grows so much faster. I wish I knew how scissor happy these hairstyles were, and how it's just best to sometimes trim your own hair at home in between visits, because if you're looking for length retention, that's one of the main things I noticed in my journey, is that you actually don't have to trim your hair as often as you think you should. If you're taking care of your hair very well, your ends will not need to be trimmed that often. So I noticed that when I started taking really good care of my hair and really laying off the heat, I did not need to trim my hair until every 6 months. So I really wish I knew that, because I was going in for trims and I didn't see length in my hair for such a long time. I wish I knew how real shrinkage is. because I'm trying my best to embrace shrinkage. I wish I knew that it would probably take forever to get my wash and goes to be shoulder length while it's dry. Now it's actually down to here, which is amazing, right? But with shrinkage, it doesn't matter. It literally always bounces right back up. So when my hair is in a wash and go, it's still this short and it continues to shrink. I'm telling you, if I just like left my hair dry all day, it will shrink back into my scalp. Like that. My shrinkage is so real, it's actually crazy. Honestly, almost looks like your hair never grows because of the shrinkage. I really wish I knew how real my shrinkage would be, because I would see other girls on YouTube and they didn't seem like they had as much shrinkage as me. And comparing yourself, okay, so that's gonna lead to the next I wish I knew. I really wish I knew that comparing your hair to someone else on YouTube is one of the worst things that you can do, because just because their hair looks like yours, it doesn't mean that it's exactly like yours. And it would make me so frustrated because I would finally find a girl that looks like she has my hair. I'd copy like their regimen and get all the products that they use, and I'd be so excited to try it, thinking like I got it, you know? And it would be a disaster and nothing worked out at all. And I was just so confused. Like at this point, I didn't know what low porosity or protein sensitive meant. So I was just looking just at the curl pattern. I wish I knew I was low porosity and protein sensitive. Like that is what the main thing I wish I knew, to be honest, because that was the biggest game changer for me. Once I knew that, it was over. It was over. I knew what products to go for. I knew how to moisturize my hair. I knew that I would need heat with my deep conditioners, and I would actually have to keep the products on for a lot longer. I would have known that the lock method that was so popular on how to moisturize your hair wouldn't have worked for me, and how I would actually use the LCO method instead, or even the LG method, LOG. I have a whole video on how to moisturize low porosity hair if you want to go check that out. I would have known that coconut oil did not work well for my hair. Basically, I had to do everything opposite from what I was following before. And so that means I was following basically everybody that had high porosity hair. I wish I knew that most products had protein in there, because again, if you have protein sensitive hair, like literally back then especially, like no product worked out for your hair. I wish I knew about sulfate-free shampoos and cleansing conditioners. That again was also a game changer. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just using like any shampoo. I just was so focused on moisture because I knew that like natural hair needed moisture, that I was like literally not thinking about how drying the shampoo was. Then I started doing more research and started watching more videos, and I just noticed the word sulfate-free kept coming up a bit more often, and I'm like, what's that? And then I'm like, okay, so these are more gentle shampoos for curly hair. Okay, let me try them out, you know? So those ones started working a bit better for me, but my hair is still feeling dry. And then I was like, cleansing conditioners? I didn't even know you can even wash your hair with conditioners. Like that is crazy. Like it doesn't matter how good your conditioners are. If you have a really bad, harsh cleanser, it's so hard to like get the moisture back in. So that was a big game changer. Once I found good cleansing ingredients for my hair. I also wish that I knew more about low manipulation styling. I felt like once I started incorporating them more into my regimen, my hair started flourishing so much more, because leaving my hair out like this every single day, it literally dries out my hair so much more faster. And because my hands are in my hair more when it's out and about too, you're not able to retain your length as much because you do have more risk for hair breakage, right? So like once I started actually putting my hair in actual buns, then that is when I started seeing more length and more moisture retention. I wish I knew that this natural hair journey was going to be more than just hair, and really it was going to be like a self-love journey. And when I say self-love, not just your hair, but also just loving yourself and bettering yourself in different areas of your life. And I told myself I'm just gonna embrace what God gave me, and you know, he didn't make any mistakes when he created me. This is what I'm supposed to look like. It's gonna take some time to get used to, but I know I'll get there if I just figure out how to take care of my hair properly. If your hair is healthy, it's going to look good no matter what. So once I started like, you know, learning about my hair and embracing it, I started to really just wanting to embrace everything else about myself too. And I had no idea it would turn into this other self-love journey. I started to work out consistently. I started to eat better, just had so much more confidence in myself. So last one is, I wish I knew how beautiful natural hair was and how many compliments I would get actually being natural. When I first went natural, what I said to myself was, because I'm a little embarrassed now to even think that this is what I thought, but I'm just being real with you guys, but you're gonna have to accept that you're not gonna look as beautiful as you felt before. I think people love when you're being authentic and genuine to yourself and like how you're created. It shows confidence, it shows acceptance, it shows pride, you know? So, and it shows like uniqueness, it shows leadership because you're not following what everyone else thinks is beautiful, like you're following yourself. Like honestly, it depends on how your hairstyle is, the type of guys you will attract, because I noticed like, yeah, like the guys that I was attracted when I had my long straight extensions were not the same as the guys when I have my natural hair. It's totally different vibes and I like it. I really like it, and I feel like it weeds out the people that you don't even want to hit on you anyways. I really wish I knew that natural hair is so beautiful and you are gonna get compliments. Not only do I get hit on by like good quality men, but my coworkers, my friends, like strangers on the street, they always stop me and compliment my hair. Regardless, it's not about what guys think. Of course, you gotta do it for yourself. But at the end of the day, it is so nice to know that like guys do find that attractive. Even though there are a couple of things that I complain about, how it's more high maintenance and how, you know, shrinkage is real and all that, I would not trade it for the world. It's definitely worth it. I can never go back to being relaxed. So I hope that you guys have also maybe learned a couple things through this video. And if you guys want more informational videos, because I definitely feel like knowing your hair type, I wish I knew how important that was to know your hair type. I'm gonna leave all those links in the description box below, all those videos for you guys to watch. I really highly recommend you guys watch them. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for all you guys' support. And if you guys enjoyed my video, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, and share. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.